Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel today. For this week's video, today we're gonna be doing AITA app. So I already have it put up on my laptop. So I'm gonna start reading. This one says, AITA asshole for being mad. I am blocking my father for blaming me over something that he did himself. Okay. Hi, I'm Tenny Mail, and my biological father is Dory A. Mail. The context of the situation is that I live with my parents and we sell bills. I pay 2 house bills and all our 4 pets expenses. They pay 3 bills between them of them. I work at a home office job, so I'm often at home. I turn the AC on sometimes since I struggle a lot with heat. But that's the 3 of us. No one turns it on more or less. My father next to turn it on from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and I turning mine on from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. since those are my work hours. I woke up today and the power was cut. They didn't pay the power bill. I get stressed since I wasn't told, and I have a deadline due today, and that I can only meet access to my PC. My mom is only paid tomorrow. I offered to pay so she can pay me back tomorrow. Easy. Okay, I want to add your comment before we continue. They didn't tell you. Okay. The fact that the power on, they didn't tell you, hey, no, the power on, you pay today and I pay back tomorrow. Since what we got right now so far is that your mom get pays tomorrow, and and she can pay back tomorrow. Let's continue reading and see what else. The problem is when my father gets home, I inform him the power was cut, and he ignores me completely. Fine. I look at my account, the bill wasn't paid. He started getting mad that he shouldn't be hearing this. Alright, then his mind and me skips the placing the blame of the power not being paid on me. Okay, I know your comment. Was it one of your bills that you had to pay, or was it right? Because you guys paid, you guys set up, you paid this, and they paid 3 bills a month. Done. Is this one you, or this one hit those? Okay, let's continue. I will not lie. I've been really stressed with him quite a bit since more often than not. He blames me for stuff going wrong. I get mad. I tell him he has no right to be blaming me when he does the exact same mistake, and that I'm sick of being blamed for everything that goes wrong in the house. I hope keep up that he's been an asshole for always trying to make sure to blame me for something that goes wrong. He used the word asshole, and I know that I have overdone it. I am that I misword myself because I'm tired. This tired being blamed for shit going on. He gets frisky close to me, pointing his hand at me, and eyes went wide. He positioned himself in a way is very aggressive. He calls me a piece of shit worthy a nobody, that I do know my place, and that I do not disrespect him because he's my dad. I feel terribly scared of being physically hurt, but his role hurt me a lot more since I was a kid. I never had his approval for a lot of things. It's always been consistently based on my behavior. I know I'm not perfect, and it's not good to respond to my parents like that. But I am human, and trust builds up. I apologize the moment I realized I overdid. Again, he's the only person I argue with and still do. We just had a conversation a few days back, and about how I think I'm not respect just because I'm his kid. Tired. He's made his beautiful speech, and we agreed to walk back on it. If we ever got explosive, I thought, alright, I can fix my issues with him like that. I will recognize it when I feel my feelings taking over, vice versa. It didn't happen on his hand, and I feel his words and behaviors may have damaged how I pursue him. For a while, I blocked him, and I'm scared of seeing him again tonight. I don't feel safe. I don't feel wanted. I work day and night and don't take care of myself to make sure we have nice things at home, good food, the bills I personally pay always on schedule. I pay other costs for 4 dogs, and every time I try to mention that I'm putting in the effort and paying stuff, he tells me money doesn't matter, only to use the money card, and my self-worth against me when he knows it will hurt. I might have asked her for blocking him and telling me wanting to avoid him for the whole situation, or might have been automatic. I'm being honest and still moving out of the house, but every time I think about it, I feel bad since that means I have to separate my dogs. I feel stuck, but I think I may as well be the asshole for overthinking to his words, for overreacting to his words. I mean, you're not the asshole. I feel like, yes, like you said, emotions do take over. And like I said, you've been stressed, you pay world bills. I feel like he, as a father, to be also be putting his both like his part of it. Like you guys both, I don't know what to think here. You guys put in the comments down below and say what you guys feel. But I don't have to like tack the tack. I just I find that I want to read, don't have a story. I just okay. This one says, I might have asked her for withdrawing our entire bank balance because my husband says his paycheck is his and mine is for bills. Ma'am, I'm not continuing. My husband, 24 male, and I, 23 female, have been married for 2 years. We both work and our paychecks go into the same joint account, but money has always been a real issue between us since we got married. When we first got married, he wanted not to let me access to our saving accounts at all. I had to beg and cry before he finally eyed me to it. Even after that, he told me not to spend a single cent for me. Right now, the saving account has 18,000 in it. Okay, I want to say something. This is why you always have like 4 separate accounts. So one for you that is your money, right? And you put some in the saving account, and he to have his account. He adds something into his the same account. You guys that the saving to be for where for this and your guys is to be like this for you guys independent how you all want. Every week, okay, let's continue before okay. Every week he automatically moves money around. He put $100 in savings and $100 to his credit card, and $100 into Edward John's investment account, and $100 into his 401k. because of all that, he only actually brings home about 300 per week in a sustainable income. The way he views it, our income is that his paycheck hits the bank on Thursdays and mine hits on Friday. In his mind, the Thursday money is his to do what he wants with it, and then my paycheck that comes on Friday is what we use to pay bills and cover living expenses. Okay, who makes more, you or him? Like, I think, like I said before, everybody has their own account, and you guys have that the joint saving account where you guys use that for bills and stuff like that. But etc. The problem was that the system is that when an emergency happens, the money almost always ends up coming from what I save or from the part of money that could otherwise be mine. For example, over the past year, I saved about 4,100 from side work and extra income. I was really proud of that because it took a lot of effort. I wanted to use that money to take my parents on an anniversary trip, and I had already told them about it, and everybody would be excited. But all the time, we had a bunch of emergencies and bills come up. When there was something happens, the easiest money to put from was the money I had saved. Sorry that 4,000 got tipped away into only about $900 left. Last night I found out my dad has been saving on the side for an oncoming Vegas trip, and currently has about $2,600 saved. When I found that, I asked him if he would consider spending that money with me, since I haven't really had the opportunity to save the same way. My savings kept getting used for emergencies and household expenses. He told me that it was my fault and that husband. I think the fault that I should have saved Bell. I tried to explain that I did save. I have 4,000 saved, but it ended up getting used for things that came up that we need to pay for. I told him I feel like I've been drawing in bills while he has been able to save because his paycheck is doing like personal money. During that conversation, he also told me that the reason he is saving so aggressively is because he wants to have a retirement money, and he doesn't want to end up like me with no retirement. I asked him what he meant about that, and I thought the money he was putting into the retirement account, would really benefit for the both of us. He told me no, that it was his retirement money and not mine. I was honestly really frustrated and hurt by that. So the day when his paycheck hit our account, I restored the entire balance from our checking account, which was 1,800. My reason was that I lost 4,000 current emergencies and bills for both of us, while he was able to save money separately. If he believed that I would have been better, that I should have saved better, that I figured out to start taking the money back until I rebuilt what I originally had. I also plan to continue this and withholding my own paychecks until I get back the 4,000 I originally saved. Right now we have about 18,000 sitting in savings. So we actually had to start putting from savings to cover his living expenses. He did understand that if it felt like when my savings kept getting used, he hasn't known it yet, but eventually he will. A part of me feels justified that the current size feels really unfair and one-sided. But another part of me wonders if I caused a lot by restarting the money without telling them. So I'm at the asshole. I don't think he's an asshole. He just wants to. I feel like, I don't know. I want to comment and see. A comment says, I wouldn't stay married to him. this is the kind of situation where you wind up divorcing one day with nothing. What will happen if you get laid off or need to take care of some time off a salary board and no income, no support reset? But he's saving for retirement while using your money for expenses. I think they call this financial abuse. I agree with this. I really do agree with this. Like, I really agree with this person said. Because he's like almost gonna use money. Does it go even? I want to read this one. Am I the asshole for not being as close to my granddaughter as I'm close to my other granddaughter? I have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. My oldest son and daughter are married now, and they both have a daughter. And at the same time, they're just a month apart. My son and daughter-in-law live over an hour away, while my daughter and her husband live 5 minutes away from us. I love both of my grandkids, of course, but I see my daughter's daughter around more than I'm away, semi-retired, and work from home. I offer to babysit for them a lot. Honestly, it's my favorite part of the day to hang out with my baby. I call my son and FaceTime him almost every day to see his baby, and I love them every month. I don't have a favorite, I really don't, but because he's here all the time and we are closer to my daughter. I have back problems, so I can really thrive every weekend, and Neil can my wife, and they don't have a guest bedroom for us. But we do go about 1 or twice a month, and we do FaceTime them almost every month. The other day, my son comes over with his family, and my daughter was here as well. They saw that we had a year walking tail with my daughter's name on it. And my son asked if we had one for his baby, and I said I apologized and said no, that he can use it. He took me outside and went on about how I always favor her or his daughter, and he wanted to know why. I told him it's not true, and that I love them both the same, and he called me a liar. I didn't do them the same. What do I do to prove that I do love my son's daughter as much? I just think, like, how he sees it, that you see, like, your daughter's baby more than you see his. I get he lives an hour away, but like, I don't know how I feel about this. This one, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I really don't know. But maybe in the comments down below, you guys know what to say. I'll find another one. So I know I have to be more prepared for this, but like, okay. So this is another one. Am I the asshole for calling out my married sister because he cheated on her husband? Go, why is he still married to him? My sister is already in her 40s, and she has 2 kids with her husband. This reason he confessed on me. To me, and her husband that she actually bumped into her first love and had a maintaining communication and sexual relation with him the past 2 months. She asked her husband forgiveness as well as ours, and promised to cut up the guy, since then kept on attacking him, asking him about her whereabouts, where she left the house, was she left the home, has her own I already have buns that's making oven, but I know it. However, so I'm back. Sorry for the yawn break. Okay, so okay. Since then, kept on tracking her, asking about her whereabouts when she will eat the house alone. I very high yawns that she is making this outfit that but notice it. I don't know if I read that part, but I just reread that. That's like, whoa. However, this recently, my brother-in-law told me that my sister seen that man again. I burst out of anger on my sister for lying to me and for betraying us and told her to leave the family home since she chose to continue her relationship with the guy. We haven't talked American since my outpost. I know her, but I know my nephew and niece more than her, and I feel pity on them because they are the owners who suffers the situation. Now I'm at the asshole for knowing and cutting out my sister. I don't think you are. I don't think you're the asshole here. I really don't. There's I don't think you're the asshole here. I really don't think you are the asshole here. I think your sister is like, how are you gonna like? I get the whole meaning of it before snow verbal to reconnect, but not to go have good go to bed with them and sleep with them. Like I wouldn't do that. But bueno. Okay. This one says, am I the asshole for planning and being excessive about a divorce? Me, 29 male, wife, 27 female, said divorce. I do have never married someone beyond me. When I'm the primary provider, was the sole provider when she was in grad school and making 3 times more than her. I brought up how this impacted me and she said sorry, but I meant to hurt you. She doesn't understand the impact of this disrespect and how this idea made me. However, I cannot leave right away because we have a years to go for another year. There are a lot of a lot of things going on in my personal life and work. I want a divorce. I'm planning around it. But am I the asshole for staying and planning? Yeah. So she said, so I'm clear. I too have never married someone beyond me. I mean, if you're making the bad money and you're making 3 times more than, did he got this job, or she was still in school? I guess when she was in I can't speak today. Grad school, and you make 3 times more than her. I feel like she's the asshole in this, in my opinion, because she the one who brought this up. But like, you guys say in the comments and say, guys, you guys think what? Okay. So I'm gonna read this one. I think that I know for sure this is gonna be the last one. Cause I know the last clip is a little bit younger, and with this clip that I might be putting in, it's gonna be on. So I'm gonna read this one. This is gonna be my last one. And so I, telling my female, I'm in college, and I'm working on a history project with one of my classmates. Darren, 22, male. We've had few small study sessions together, and I have noticed that he always has his phone on him. His girlfriend is a class 5 criminal, and she's always calling or texting him when we are working together. From what I have learned from other students that have worked with him before, she keeps him on a really tight leash, especially if the classmates he works with are females. So we were in one of the study rooms in the library just getting to the project, and he and I have made our laptops open. We had our laptops open, taking notes and putting them together. I don't know why, but I had this weird feeling we were being watched. There's an open glass window so people can see in, but I don't know. I could feel it between my shoulder blades. Darren kept this from buzzing incoming text. I asked him to either silence it or shut it off because we didn't have a lot of time in the room. He silenced it, but he kept answering and replying anyways. While kept interrupting us, I finally started to ask him who he was texting him every 5 minutes. It was his girlfriend. She was wanting to know what he was doing and he was doing with. That stupid Colombian bitch wearing that stupid collar, and it didn't look like a study group, a study session. It wasn't there. So how does he know what I was wearing? I looked around, did anyone watching us, and asked him how he knew I was wearing a collar. His eyes went straight to his daughter and realized that he was watching us through his camera, and I asked him if he was watching us. He didn't say anything, but he looked super uncomfortable. I reached over and closed his ear and told him it was intensely creepy that he was watching us study, and I didn't appreciate being watched without knowing. She did say that she felt she was being watched. Like, the fact that it was like, I don't know if like the camera ends up here, like that was he was talking about, but like, I think that was like that's the only like real camera that's on the, well, for my laptop, for my computer is that real thing. Okay. His phone hit up right after I finished saying that. And of course it was hard. I told him not to answer. He hesitated for a minute and then did. Talking to her about how he was studying and not knowing what's going on, I expected it to be a quick conversation, but it just kept going and going and going. I just looked at him, picked up my laptop, and left. I removed his name from my project and revoked his hacker to the jail drive for the notes and sent him a message there that it was on his own, that he was on his own. I feel like I did the right thing because I am not spending the rest of the next 2 weeks having a spy on me, and maybe I did. I guess I need a non-involved person waiting, so I'm at the ask of kicking out my partner of a group project, our project over his stalker girlfriend. No, at this point, we put this, you know, like, if I'm studying with someone and the girlfriend keeps on like watching 911, what's your emergency? Because I'm gonna call the cops and be like, yo, what? I don't think it's answer here. I think homeboy needs to control his girlfriend and like pipe it down for her, like make her like realize like this stalker behavior. So this comes to the end, guys. I hope leave your comments down below about this whole story that I will like read, or even down below. Give you guys input and tell me what you want to see for next week's video, or what. I know I'm putting content like every day, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do. See you guys in the next video. Bye.